Alrighty, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, December 5th, 2024, day before NFP. And happy 100K Bitcoin celebration day, boys and girls. We finally made it for all you crypto fanatic crazy kids. Congratulations. I don't have any party poppers, right? Or I'd pop one. But good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Let me do an audio check here quick. Turn that down a little bit. Say what's up in the chat, boys and girls. Let me pull the chat box up. And also let me know what your bias is. I apologize for the people early in the chat. The poll right now is covering the chat, so I can't scroll up and see who's all at the top. But good morning, everybody who is here early. Good morning, Kent, Judy. Good morning, Allie. Good morning, Maida. Good morning, Jason, Zach, Wolf, Weiler, Puff Diddy. Good morning, Zach. I think I already said that. Monkeef, Maverick to the moon. Good morning. Storm Scalp, good to see you. JD Dutch, good morning. Josh Anquino, Hossein, Melra, Tamara, Dennis, good to see yous. Good to see yous. Thursday reversal, possibly. I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know your guys' bias today. Bullish, bearish, neutral, or tape reading only due to being the day before NFP. Generally, this is a day that is, you know, good to take off, being the day before non-farm payroll. Here, let's go full screen. Generally, this is a good day to take off, day before, obviously, the most anticipated news event probably of the entire month. So I don't really have any expectations necessarily for today. This could end up being a day where we take something. Obviously, I felt like the New York AM sessions were a little bit lackluster Monday through Wednesday. So we'll see if today's any different. But, you know, I definitely don't have a crazy high expectation of like, oh, my God, I'm going to find a great trade today. If we do, we do. If we don't, I'm fine, you know, if not otherwise, right? So I guess that's where I'm at as of right now. Yeah, as far as these charts go, we see Nasdaq pushing up higher, taking out the previous high from yesterday in the PM session. So again, yesterday in the afternoon, we see price just kind of continue to rally. And that's all we did yesterday as well, right? We kind of had our eye on this low resistance liquidity run yesterday in the morning when price was selling off at the open. And then ultimately, we did not get a close below a swing low. We could not get that change in the state of delivery here on that 15-minute time frame. So at that point, we were, you know, open to the longs. And then, yeah, ultimately yesterday got mainly left behind on the long that I wanted in here. And then ended up getting a small trade that we ended up closing early, which ended up being good. We would have been stopped at break even. We closed it early just because it didn't really go anywhere in the macro we were trading in. So that was that. But looks like, well, we got 40% of the people saying bearish, bullish. We got 13% of the votes, people saying they're just tape reading today. Some neutrals. Hey, did anybody in here buy the Hawk to a meme coin? Did you guys see that? We got to do it, right? We got to do it.
Oh, you got to give him that Hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Did you guys see that? Is she going to jail or what? I saw that it was like this giant rug pull. That's crazy. Could you imagine, like, you get famous off of some street interview in Nashville by saying Hawk Tua spit on that thing, and then like you become like an instant overnight millionaire basically because of that clout alone, and then you make a meme coin and now you're gonna go to jail. I mean, come on. Sometimes God has a funny sense of humor. Also, go Pack, go. That's right. Packers Lions tonight. Come on. I don't have my cheese head here. Otherwise, I'd throw that on too. I think that's in my childhood closet. But I do own a cheese head. Fact. Only in 2024 is right, Justin. Yeah, for Mean FX, people were saying yesterday that they're having some issues with Topstep X. Mine, again, still is loading fine. So I'm not experiencing any of the issues. I did see some people on Twitter yesterday kind of saying the same thing. And then obviously people in the chat yesterday were saying that they were having issues as well. So, I mean, yeah, I don't have an answer, man. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer. Nor can I relate. I don't even know what's going on. My charts are loading. But, yeah, looking at ES here, we do have an SMT divergence with this high, with ES not having ran it out yet. I would like to see price, you know, if I'm going to get short, obviously waiting for that displacement. Lately, we've had a lot of just shallow runs to the downside, and price just stays strong and keeps kind of just capitulating higher. So that's kind of just been the name of the game, man, in these all-time high streets. You know what I'm saying? We do have 10 a.m. news. Just medium impact. It's the same event that used to be a red folder earlier in the year. I get it. No, I'm sorry. I guess that's Friday. I take it back. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I was looking at Friday. That's not today. We do have OPEC today, though. Discount link ain't working. Yeah, it applies automatically at checkout if it's your first month. If it's not your first month, then it's not going to give you any extra discount. Stellar Synaptics. I like that name, though. Can't pay my activation fee for 8 days. Then my platform don't loading. Someone trolling me hard. Yeah, guys. I don't know. If there's ever a time of the year, I guess if you want to find the silver lining, I'm not trying to make excuses. Obviously platform issues is never ideal. And Topstep needs to obviously get that fixed if people are having issues, which I believe they will. But I guess if you want to find any silver lining, you know, it's not like we've had just the most clean, crazy, amazing setups the last 2 weeks, but especially this week since December has hit. You know, it's not like it's been just crazy, you know, no-brainer type amazing trades. I've basically just been getting stopped at break even on repeat here in the AM session. Do you attention to London low SMT take by YM? I don't really pay attention to YM at all, no. Well, ES and Nasdaq are far more closely correlated, in my opinion. I'm not saying that YM doesn't matter at all. I'm sure you can find plenty of examples where YM can give a great, I guess, tip of the cap to what the other markets might do. But yeah, ES and NQ more often or not are more closely correlated. So I just look at those two. A lot of times you see ES and NQ doing one thing, and then YM will be just like in a completely different universe. So that's why we call it Dirty 30. Seek and destroy, yeah, possibly. Yep. Like I said, this could end up being just a tape reading day. I did want to do a stream today, just obviously, if for nothing else, just to kind of watch price tape read together. You know, talk some smack with the chat, celebrate 100K Bitcoin. Just have a good time, you know what I mean? Day before NFP trading. That's right. Can't promise we'll take anything, but we're live. You got to clock in, boys. Got to check in with you, see how you're doing. You know what I mean? I've just been enjoying all the Haktua, like, all like the pictures and videos on Twitter. And I don't know like how many of these stories are true. Obviously, a lot of them are true. But like I saw one this morning. Like this guy put in like her biggest fan, I think like bought like 1.4 million tokens, worth of tokens, and by the time the rug pull was over, within like I don't know how long it took, 15 minutes to an hour, you had like 46,000. Oh my god. Not good. Not good. Yeah, is ICT deleting his YouTube, guys? What do you think? We talked about this yesterday. Probably no chance in hell that happens. And, you know, it's just another one of those things that I think should tell everybody that ICT is just a really good influencer that knows how to get attention and troll online. And it works. It's worked out great for him. But I guess the thing that makes me the most mad about that is because people do take everything he says as gospel. Like a lot of ICT people take everything ICT says as literally the word of God, basically. So imagine how many people had Bitcoin at any price, really, and because they heard ICT say it's going to zero, especially when it was at like 20K. I think that's when that video that's like gone kind of viral on Twitter now of him saying he'll delete his YouTube was when Bitcoin was at like 20,000. So at $20,000, he was literally just telling people, I'll delete my YouTube channel if it ever hits 100K, and it's going to zero. So imagine how many people that may have had Bitcoin that sold it because of that alone. So if they had one Bitcoin, the math is the math. So far, he has cost them $83,000. Imagine if they had more than one Bitcoin. Maybe they had a bunch of extra dirty fiat that they were going to throw into Bitcoin, but they didn't because ICT said it's going to zero. So that's the only thing that makes me upset about it. So then to act like, you know, like you were just trolling. Like today, I think he tweeted this morning that he was going to start in honor of Bitcoin all-time highs or Bitcoin 100K. He was going to do daily reviews on Forex on his YouTube channel. So, bro, like he's clearly just been trolling. Now he's saying 122K and then it's going to zero. Again, you're just continuing to like that just kind of makes me upset. Like how many people now that maybe did hold Bitcoin, they're like, I'm going to sell at 122K because ICT said so. It's going to zero. And then it doesn't stop. I don't know. That shit annoys me. Stop giving financial advice, bro. Just let people do what they want. I don't know. It's just annoying. Especially when you're doing it just for trolling's sake. Like, you're literally not even being serious. When his audience has no idea when he's being serious or sarcastic. That's like the most annoying thing. Yeah, he said it on Twitter this morning. I may go ahead and try this short over here on Topstep X. I like this 5-minute close, pretty strong. I want to see if we can get a pullback, maybe back into this order block. If we could get a little retracement back up into I think I'm going to include the wick in this one. It's only 23 points. This is a 150K Topstep X Combine, by the way. I've got my Topstep X XFA sitting sidelined, and my TradeAvid XFA is connected to TradingView. So, just a disclaimer, boys. Disclaimer. All right? Son of a gun. Macro is starting as well. But, yeah, I like this 5-minute close. It's not like the cleanest setup in the world, but... Remember SMT at the highs with ES after sweeping the previous day high. We do have a 1-minute fair value gap nested in here as well. Just going to go ahead and set a limit right inside that 1-minute gap. And the order block. It'd be really nice if that could get picked up before running this low here. I'll just put stop at the high of this order block. I'm thinking. Or up in here about 540. But yeah, man, what a week it has been. First week of December. Well, I guess last couple weeks, man. You got Biden pardoning his son. Talking about pardoning people like Fauci and Schiff. You got Bitcoin hitting 100K. You got ICT trolling. We're at all-time highs in the stock market. Am I missing anything? Yeah, Tyler Jacobs in the chat. That's the one that told me to buy a Mac over a PC. Never forget. Never forget. As a prank to like get him back, I tried getting him to buy the Hawk2a meme coin. True story. He can tell you. I texted it to him before the launch. I told him let's get into it. He didn't fall for it. Cause it ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta get even. You know what I'm saying? You can't let people just get one up on you like that. I tried. This may not grab me, boys. Unlike my uncle. But then again, it just might. But yeah, man, I mean, especially we'll see if this order triggers. Like, my Topstep X is not giving me any, knock on wood, any problems. ICT is not trolling. He was just wrong. Right. Yeah, he was just wrong, but he was, like now, because and this is what he does. When he is wrong, he trolls. When ICT is wrong, he turns into a troll. Instead of taking accountability and saying, I was wrong, guys, he just turns into a troll and then doesn't follow through on any of the claims or promises he made. And that's why I think some people including myself, have lost a little bit of respect for him. And again, it's because you can't make these promises and claims. You might be trolling or fucking around in your mind, but we as the audience, we think you're serious. You know, and if his claims or promises did come true, don't you think he'd be running his mouth if it were the other way around? Obviously, yes, he would be. I think I'm going to take this limit order off for the moment. I do not like that we traded through this low first. So, like, if this were to just quickly, sharply displace higher, I don't know if that would be worth the hassle necessarily. We'll see if this keeps displacing lower. See if, like, on a 5-minute we can displace through this swing low here or not. There's definitely room to the downside, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, there's plenty of room to the downside. But yeah, we get this 5-minute change in the state of delivery. All it does is the next candle pops up, just kisses the wick there. And that was it. That was it. Left that gap open on the 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. A couple setups like that lately. Last Friday, yesterday. Them breakaway gaps, man. I'm telling you what. Them breakaway gaps, dude. They're just breaking away without us. So much for precision, am I right? I'm going to close the poll now, boys and girls. Looks like actually most of you guys are bearish. All right. Do I think price can reach previous day low? Yeah, why not? There is a volume imbalance as well here. I guess I forgot to note this or show you guys the daily chart today. Or was it the 4-hour? Oh. All this liquidity in here. I thought it was a daily. Oh, yeah. Look at this daily. Oh, previous day low. Is it possible? Yeah, anything's possible. We see price immediately rebalance all the time. But yeah, this volume imbalance stuck out to me this morning when I checked the daily time frame. Now, I don't know. You know, we swept previous day high. Yeah, so maybe price only goes as far as like 50%. I think that would be not totally unrealistic either. I need the million. I need all that. But, I mean, either way, like, we need to have follow through to the downside if you're going to be bearish. Meaning, we need to see closes below these swings. We can't just be sweeping it and then going right back higher. We're just bullish at that point. Can you change your bias to bearish? Nah. Why? So for those of you guys that picked the bullish bias, like, let me know your thoughts. What made you? Is it just because we've been so bullish? Is that? Are you in the frame of mind where you're just like, dude, I'm gonna just stay bullish until like we really get a big shift on a higher time frame? Is that the reasoning for choosing the bullish bias, I should say? Which definitely makes sense. I feel like one of the things that I see a lot of traders always say that have been around a while is, and I full-heartedly agree, is just like when you're at these all-time high levels, like one of the simplest and easiest mistakes that obviously most people make often is trying to pick the top, and then price will just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And yeah, definitely a lot of truth to that. What is this? Carmita, I might have missed something you said earlier. You said, I don't know what he was wrong about either. Carmita, do you care to elaborate any more on that? What are you talking about? Finn Dude, yes, I'm live mostly every day, yeah. But yeah, this was why I wanted to delete that sell limit order. You can see now we're back. Like this would have been triggering my sell limit. But now that we've swept this low and we can't even close below it, I just think it's a lower probability entry. Like it could just fly right through it and be a quick stop out. So happy for the moment that I've taken that limit off. Here's that fair value gap there. Could give us a good projection though, I would say. Like if we end up getting a long out of this to go higher. You know, I'm going to use this as our manipulation leg to project higher from. We do have S&T at the low. ES is climbing. But man, it wouldn't kill me to want to wait and see like a 5-minute change in the state of delivery or something before trying to long. We are on the macro now though, which is the only thing that makes me feel like this could just kind of fly. Might have already procrastinated too much. A million. It's only 24. It's actually a tight range. This might be a little risky of me, but I'm gonna try this long here. And yeah, I'm gonna go stop down here. Just because we're in the macro, see if this has any follow through. I'm on Combine, like I said before, guys. Sell stop. We did get a close above this 1 minute fair value gap. So I want to see if this does want to keep going. Definitely probably a little riskier though. The old classic inversion, great entry in the wrong direction strategy. Holy buckets. I'm going to just keep it on. We're just fighting in between PD arrays at the moment. Who's going to win? Is the trend our friend or is it the end? I think it's the end. All right, stopped out on that. Minus 775. Look at that, though. Yeah, I should have listened to my internal dialogue. I'm literally telling myself, I'm like, I feel like it's kind of risky. Yeah, that's what I get, though. That's what I get. US dollar dumped hard. Any correlation between NQ? Yeah, generally it's an inverse correlation between dollar and indices. So, yeah, generally a falling dollar means the other markets are rising. And vice versa. So, like, you know, if you remember 22, late 21, 22, and the beginning of 23, markets were obviously in the gutter. And the dollar was flying. Thanks, Joe Biden. I should have done it on US 30. Yeah, I should have also been buying Bitcoin in third grade instead of learning basic math. I should have, instead of screwing around at recess in third grade, I should have been buying real estate. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. Instead of playing Pokemon on my Game Boy in first grade, I should. Well, my long got stopped out there, and so hey, here's another great teaching moment on breakaway gaps. My stop loss was below here because I did not want to see this gap fail, and I wanted to see this hold as now a breakaway gap. Oh, it wasn't a breakaway after all. You should have known it wasn't going to be a breakaway gap. You entered on my stop loss? Congrats. I guess you're in profit. I could see myself replaying along if I mean, I'm watching like this high here, and it's like I want to see strength through it. I mean, look at this wick, bro. Look at this wick. You can't make this shit up. I know this isn't how it works, but isn't it like, aren't these kind of the moments where you're sitting here as a trader and you're just like, you feel like that wick was just for you? I know that's not true, because that wick was for probably lots and lots of people. But like, it just makes you feel like that wick was just for me. Do you guys ever relate to that? That wick was looking just for me. I'm watching this gap, and if we look like we're going to hold, I'm going to reattempt this long. But if we're just going to keep cutting through it, I'll leave it. Yeah, ES is heavy here. And YM. Holy smokes. I mean, you weren't wrong, whoever said you should have been trading YM. We definitely went up, took out the high. Are you guys enjoying the Are you guys enjoying the day before NFP price action? I'll probably allow myself to, well, yeah, probably like 2 trades here on this combine. So 1-1 or 0-2. And then could probably just call it or just start tape reading, but I'm not trying to blow this combine on day before NFP. Dom, you're in a US 30 sell, huh? You crazy son of a bitch. 141. Oh Jesus. Look at you. Save some women for the rest of us. Save some women for the rest of us. Come on. So I've been using ICT concepts for 3 months now. Did a 10, 20, 24 minutes. Notes, tons of them. Journaling every day for 2 months. I'm thinking of going with real money from Jan. Should I? See, those are the types of questions only you can answer, man. I don't know if you should go live or not. Yeah, that's hard for any outsider to tell you. Only you know that answer, I'm afraid. But I'll tell you this, only put in your account what you're willing and able to lose. But yeah, so the long, I mean, it wasn't, definitely was not an amazing trade. Definitely not a great trade. I'll admit that. No problem in admitting such things, but that wasn't a terrible trade. You could definitely saw the logic behind it. I think maybe a little bit of recency bias kicked in with yesterday having price just scamper away without us. Made me want to, I don't want to say chase it, but perhaps subconsciously was worried about getting left behind again. Now we're kind of just, I mean, we're right here in the middle still, just fighting these PD arrays. Well outside the macro now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to be responsible here. Let's jump up to a 5-minute. If we get a 5-minute close above this down close candle. I'll use it for another long attempt with my stop below this candle and see if price wants to carry on further. How's that sound, guys? Deal or no deal? Don't do it. I'm on Combine, so. What do I got to lose? My streams get more views when I lose anyway. Cause the hate is gonna hate, and the ain't is gonna ain't. No Diddy pair. But yes. Yeah, Keon, I actually did take one trade already. For anybody that just showed up late, I did take a trade long. And this wick here on the 5-minute stopped me out. And now we're hovering back around where my entry was. What's Z-Day? Is Z-Day another term for seek and destroy? I don't remember. I think that might be it, though. I think Z-Day might be seek and destroy. Why, did ICT tweet something? But yeah, I think it's seek and destroy, which is generally what we get day before NFP, so definitely no surprises with that. Definitely a bad day to blow up a funded account, boys. Definitely a bad day to do that. So don't be too naughty, okay? We got a little less than 2 minutes on this candle. Like I said, if we do get a nice close above here, I do not mind the idea of taking this taking this long one more time. And then what I'll do, I want to project out this range at least to -1. So I'm going to have to add that on here. We got a minute left on this. -2. Which one do I want to get rid of here? -1. -1.5. Holy smokes. Looks bigger than it is. Only 75 points. It's definitely been tight up here, though. This is a 12-point stop. Wow. Oh, might not get it. Might not get it. That's definitely bearish, though, if this, like, quickly runs down. Not in anything yet, boys. I just got the position tool on there. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit more bearish now with this. Especially if we go lower and get more closes below. Might look to flip. Let's see what the next 5-10 minutes bring. Trade Darius token? What's Darius token? Take the long for your entertainment. I tried. It didn't give me what I wanted. -1 on a seek and destroy day? I guess. At least I still have Bitcoin. At least I didn't sell my Bitcoin when ICT said so. If all else fails, at least I can say that. Some guy was pissed at me though. I posted the screenshot. Of my Bitcoin chart hitting 100K on my story last night, or I put it on Twitter and then I shared it to my story. And yeah, guy was mad at me. Some of you guys might have saw I tweeted the whole exchange, but he swiped up my story and said, "What do you add to society? 0." So then I go look at his profile, and in his bio it said, "I love you and Jesus loves you even more." And then his Facebook cover photo was literally just one word, Jesus. And I thought to myself, huh, that's interesting. That doesn't sound very godlike of you to come at me like that. And then I said that. I pointed out the hypocrisy. And then I think he was trying to fight me. I don't know. I just responded and said, thank God he let Bitcoin go to 100K. Thank God. Amen. And yeah, he didn't like that either. Yes, Jordy, I am Christian. I'm actually a confirmed Catholic. Was born and raised Catholic. All grown up, parents made me go to something called CCD, which I guess if you're Catholic, maybe you know what that is. But yeah, it was like once a week, all through grade school, middle school, high school. You had to go to CCD after school, and it was like a 1 hour. I don't know. They taught from some CCD, wasn't the Bible, but like, I don't know, like a teaching book, I guess. But Yep. Well, that looks awfully, dare I say, bearish? But also, dare I say, a little choppy? I'm going to set a limit up here. On this 5-minute bearish change in the state of delivery. 5-minute OB. Stop at the high. See if there's any follow through to take out sell side. I'll go one off here at these lows. The other target down here was a 15-minute wick. 460. So we'll see if this gets picked up. Limit set at the body. But yeah, it's easy to get tricked into thinking everything's displacement on a Z day. You get these big moves, big candles one direction, and then right back the other way. Really easy to get collapsed, if you know what I mean. But we are combined today, boys. I don't know how many times you'll make me repeat it, but I might also just leave that on. So Tiger FX, I have more followers than you. Congrats. Congrats. What? I jumped into a horrible trade with a lucky bounce, and I closed slightly in profit before the current dump. Bad trade, bad mentality, pre-application, no better. Question for Topstep: you must do a combine every time. What do you mean? Yeah, you need to do a combine to get funded. Yeah, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, you need to do a combine every time. All right, so I did get triggered in there. Stops going here at the high. Probably will be last entry taken for the day. Either 0-2 or 1-1. We'll be down about 13, make it 1,400 roughly. If we do go higher here. We got 10:30, new 30-minute candle here in 30 seconds. We'll do one off here at the low. All right, boys. All right, guys, coffee in hand. Oh, take a load off. Oh. Tiger FX, I've got 3. Why not playing only longs when W1 is up 3%? Are you saying the weekly candle? I don't know. I tried a long and I got stopped out, and now price action is looking a little bit more bearish, so I tried a short. Nothing really too nothing too big brained. The market's either going to go up or it's going to go down. I mean, I'm no rocket scientist. Pluto trades. The discount link is pinned at the top of the chat. You just got to click it and accept cookies. It'll apply it at checkout for eligible customers. ICT says today on X that we're likely to sweep London's low and then go higher. No kidding. Most recent tweet is, this is what it looks like in difficult conditions, even when I am driving. What? Hope you found it helpful. I have errands to attend now. Enjoy your day. What does GLGT mean? I was going to ask you guys that the other day. He always says GLGT. Good luck, good trading. Is that what that means? That sounds about right. Good luck, good trading. Yeah, London low. How about that? Yeah, London low is this. That's TP1, I guess, for me. 3 a.m. So if this short loses, it's ICT's fault. Not mine. But we'll see what happens here. Either way, last trade of the day. Is anybody in the chat sitting there currently wishing that they, if you did push buttons, I know not everybody was pushing buttons. Is anybody sitting there wishing they hadn't pushed any buttons this morning? Be honest. I'm just happy I didn't trade any XFAs. That's one quick way to lose them. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin with some nice relative equal highs. I told you guys I took profit on AMP, which is true. My entry was like less than a half of a penny a couple weeks ago down here. It's like 0.0047 or 4.8, somewhere in there, like down here. So then after this pump 2 days ago, I took profit up in here, or it was like 1.3 something. And then on this pullback yesterday, When Bitcoin hit 100K, this was pulling back into here. So when we rebalanced here in this inefficiency, I re-entered a partial position here. I have another alert here because I may add more. For anyone that's curious. Any crypto kids in the chat? I think the final boss though, the final boss for ICT will be him creating a meme coin. How many ICT kids would buy? I'm not saying you guys as ICT. I'm just saying like in general. How many ICT kids around the world do you think would buy the ICT meme coin? FVG USDT. ICT, we figured out your next troll. Is it a good idea to trade after high impact news these days? Yes. I tend to think so. If you're referring to today specifically, today is the day before NFP, so. This is an outlier. And we have OPEC meetings today, which is kind of irrelevant, but perhaps two feathers of the same bird, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, red folder days are the best because there's volatility. Look how shitty this price action is. We would all agree probably that that's not great price action. This is a lack of volatility, aka shitty price. As traders, we want volatility. We can't make money without volatility. Or you can't say you can't. It's just extremely more difficult to make money without volatility being present. You know, and especially if you're an intraday ICT trader, you're looking for spooling markets, expansion. They're just the easiest to trade. Which same can be said about, like, you know, a lot of retail trend traders will trade. You know, trade with the trend, EMAs, VWAP. You know, you need trendy markets to do well. So, like, either way. You know, the traders that do the best, I would say, in these types of conditions would either be super hyper scalpers, I guess, or, you know, I don't know, support and resistance can have a heyday in the middle, right? Someone said ES looks clean. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks a little cleaner than Nasdaq. Look at the difference. ES, Nasdaq. All right. YM, ES, Nasdaq. That's what I'm saying, Kent. Oh. This might not pick up any volatility here for 10 minutes. We're 9 minutes away from the macro. How many Topstep accounts? 3 XFA, 1 Combine that I'm trading on right now. What creates volatility? Well, are you talking about my macro comment? Generally, that's just when we expect volume to pick up at the end of an hour, at the beginning of a new hour, which then creates, price delivery to points of interest, liquidity imbalances, etc. But otherwise, what creates volatility? Just generally speaking, injections or, I guess, withdrawals of money from the market. Lots and lots and lots of it. I got 100K live funded, but I've been break even for months. Any tips? Well, that's a good spot to be. And I would say don't lose your patience. And try your best, whether it be through journaling or, probably through journaling or just really taking strong mental notes, I guess. But yeah, you're probably gonna want to journal in some way, shape, or fashion, and try to pinpoint where you lose more, right? Like what causes the losses. I would say for me, I tend to lose more when I take trades outside of the macro windows. Just like what I'm doing right now. This trade was taking outside of the macro window. So that would be one example. Maybe you find that you trade and lose more on Mondays. So you want to delete Mondays from your trading plan. Maybe you lose more on Fridays. You want to delete Friday from your trading plan, right? So I always say that it's a lot easier to try to delete losers than it is to try to win more. So that's probably a better way to increase your win rate, is to cut out as many losers as possible. You're never going to avoid all of them, but I believe that you increase your win rate by just losing less. Peace out, WF. Thanks for coming. Brady, good to see you, man. Go Pack, go. But yeah, I would just say, don't get frustrated and break your rules just because, you're getting frustrated with being at a break-even stage. I mean, I think all the best traders, everything's like seasons, right? So you've got like your win streaks, you've got your losing streaks, and then you've also got those periods where you're just at break-even, and that's what makes trading hard, is fighting the impatience that you feel, I guess. And then in turn trying to impose your will on the market. You're gonna turn a couple losses into a handful of losses, or a couple handfuls of losses, and then you're gonna lose your funded account and have to start all over. Yeah, this is pretty gnarly. ES is kind of given the vibe of like, you know, we accumulate. We're just going to whipsaw both sides of the market, and then they're just going to come right back in the same range. And then chop around, I don't know. Do it, Tyler Jacobs. Do it. Just do it. You never know. It might be your lucky day. No, I'm exclusive with Topstep Cheng Yu. Turn on the VWAP. It'll make me so happy. Oh. Oh. See, and that's why, you know, you can't be cherry picking in these markets, because every strategy, every style is going to have its days where it's just nothing's going to work. What'd you do today? I longed the VWAP. I shorted the VWAP. I longed the VWAP. I shorted the VWAP. I longed the VWAP. I shorted. I longed. I shorted. ICT trader, what did you do today? I shorted this fair value gap. I longed this fair value gap. I shorted this fair value gap. I longed this fair value gap. But what do we always say, boys and girls? What do we always say? It's not about your strategy, okay? Because these days, they come for us all. Let me tell you something here. Come closer. Let me tell you something. Okay? These days are coming for you, regardless of what strategy you trade, okay? They're coming. And then a little bit down the road, there's going to be another one. And then another one. And then another one. They ain't going to stop. They're going to keep coming. As long as this market's open, they're going to keep showing up. The question is, when they do show up, what's it going to do to you? Okay? Are you going to blow your account 10 times? Or are you going to take a little L on the chin, catch your breath, and then come back the next time? What's it going to be, huh? What's it going to be? You going to take that little L like a champ? Or are you going to throw caution to the wind? Show us what kind of Nasdaq cowboy you really are. So what's it going to be, huh? Yeah, let's go break even just because this market is scary. What'd I tell you guys? We needed 10 minutes for some volatility. I was off by a minute. Enigma. Go! I am taking one off at the London low. Not before. Not before. Stop me out of break even. See if I care. I got an entire YouTube chat I can complain to. If I get stopped at break even, I'm just going to complain and whine to you guys as if it's going to make anything better, and we're all going to go about our day. It is what it is. Oh, I was going to say, oh my God, you guys see that? I thought it was not going to fill my order. Oh. Oh, all right. Honestly, yeah, my stop is going here just because if I get stopped in profit here, I'll be break even on the day, P&L wise. Never trade your P&L, boys. Just kidding. I don't give a shit if you trade your P&L. You do whatever makes you feel good. Who am I to tell you what to do? Yeah, I was scared there. I definitely I'm like, is this really not going to take me out of my trade? I think I would have just closed the full thing out of spite. It actually gave me a 1 tick better exit. So that's good. Better than it slipping me up here and then taking me out. That would suck. How about this, though? If this 5-minute candle does not close below London low, I'll just exit the trade. Totally. Just for sake of, like, I don't know, good management. It's not like it's really going to make that big of a difference anymore. I mean, they're going to get stopped with 160 or close with, 400. So it's not like it's going to be too impactful either way. No, yeah, CRV. Today was just a combine due to it being the day before NFP. But TP, this longer TP that I'm using was basically a higher time frame wick. So this 15-minute wick here. I don't want to go all the way at the low just because with how market has been today, I'm like, I don't want to get too overzealous. So I just use this wick. This wick grabbed liquidity here. So that was the reason for that. No, not max allocation, no. I wouldn't be trading any combines if I was max allocation. Nope, we got a couple more spots to fill before then. It'd probably be easier if I did more copy trading, to be honest. I tend to just like trade one account at a time. Oh, dude. Come on. Oh. Look at that London low. I said I was going to close it if the 5-minute candle did not close below London, and it's like, I might as well let my stop get hit now. Okay. Let's go, boys. Hey, green is green. Woo! What? Dude. Some guy just commented on one of my YouTube videos and he said, bro is king of yapping. Is Ank Bayer, Ank Benral, Alt General on here? He said, bro is king of yapping. I said, thanks, man. Sorry I disappointed you. But, yeah, that was that. That was, I guess, all she wrote. Little trade down to London low. 31 points. Pretty choppy market, boys. If you didn't already know. Let's do a little pulse check, boys, shall we? Might as well, right? Let me know how you guys fared today. Are you walking away green? Are you walking away flat / break even? Are you walking away red? We're walking away with $3.80 on a combine, boys. Come on. Hey, but guess what? What do we do? On the day before NFP day, a day where we normally just take off. We got up, we got on these charts. We had some fun, we had some laughs. And we read some price. We managed, put our skills to the test on a very difficult day. And we came out okay. We didn't come out great, but we didn't come out terrible either. And there's no moral victories in trading, but sure feels like one. You know what I mean? Come on. Come on. But yeah, worst thing you could do on a day like today is just send your entire funded account and go into a tailspin, go on tilt trading that. So I hope that nobody did that today. That I do hope for. But I appreciate you guys coming and spending your morning with me nonetheless. Like the stream, guys. Like the stream before you head out, would you? It'd mean a lot to your boy. It'd mean a lot to your boy if you did such a thing. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any further streams. And the plan going into the rest of the week, obviously, we only have one day left. NFP day tomorrow. And kind of interesting. We got 10 a.m. news, though. But we'll be live, same time, same place, guys. Market open tomorrow for NFP Friday, the last NFP Friday of the year. We've done extremely, extremely well on NFP days. So we'll see if we can keep that going for the last Friday of the year. But, yeah, I guess I would just say be safe today. Don't go too crazy. See if things have the ability to open up any later on. But appreciate you guys showing up. Like the stream before you head out. What do I think Bitcoin top price time next year? I don't know. So here's a couple things. And for those of you guys that are only interested in day trading Nasdaq futures, enjoy your day. But for those of you guys interested in crypto, couple things about this. So here's a couple things that couple price targets I'm looking at here in the short term, because obviously the main question is like, okay, what's your exit strategy for taking profit? Because if you don't have an exit strategy, if you don't take profit, like if you don't have a plan for when you're going to take your profit, then nothing else matters. None of the tokenomics, none of the hype, none of the utility, none of the stuff matters at all. None of the market cap, none of it matters if you do not have a plan for taking profit. And I learned that the hard way, because I did not have a plan for taking profit the last bull cycle, and I got stuck holding everything all the way down and all the way back up. I literally did a full round trip, which is just annoying, right? Because you only get, a bull cycle every 4 years. So it's like you got to wait another 4 years for things to really start popping off again. So it's like, but I also think being that in that situation, where was I going with that? Oh, being in that situation now that I've held, and a lot of people have held, I'm not alone in that. But you also don't want to sell too early, right? Peace out, Meta. Thanks for coming. You don't want to sell too early, because it's like, what was the point of holding? You held through all the BS just to get front ran and miss out. So one thing when it comes to Bitcoin that I do think will be repeating itself is, and I don't have the data to pull up and show you, but if you go look into this, you'll see it. Every time there's been a Bitcoin halving event, the peak of Bitcoin's price falls between like 500 and 600 days after the Bitcoin halving event. It's happened every single time. Every single time it's happened. And I'm not one to argue data, okay? So that would put us at roughly November of next year. The halving event was in April of this year. So 500 to 600 days later is going to put us fall next year. So when I projected out using standard deviation projection from the previous range, these are the levels, these zones, if you will. And I would say the zone that I'm more interested in is actually probably the 2 to 2.5, which is above 180K. So my tentative plan, I'm going to say strong tentative plan. My strong tentative plan is going to be, I just have to force myself to take some profits off the table when we get to these levels. And it's hard when you get there, because when you do get there, you got all this euphoria going through your brain, and you're taking screenshots of your portfolio, and you're tweeting about it, and your friends and your cousins and your aunts and uncles are all like talking about it, and it's on the news and all this other stuff. Same thing that happened 2020, 2021. And like that was why I took some profit off the table on XRP at above $2.70, is because I was starting to feel that euphoria, and I'm like, bro, this is like my biggest indicator that I got to take something off the table. I'm taking a screenshot every fucking day, and I'm feeling euphoric. I'm up 10x on my position. I got to take something off the table. So I did. I forced myself to, because I didn't do it the last time around. So this time around, I'm steadfast in, because, you know, it's one thing to be a little bitch and not buy. It's another thing to be a little bitch and not sell too. Both take balls, if you kind of get what I'm saying. So yeah, I just need to force myself to do it. That's my tentative plan as of right now, but I would like for this to align with kind of 12 months from now. So that's kind of my plan with that. XRP, my plan, and this is not financial advice. You guys do obviously whatever the hell you want to do. But yeah, my plan for XRP, you guys can see my thought process here. Looking at the XRP chart, I had marked out literally 50% of this monthly wick here, and I was already up 10x. So I ended up taking my initial investment off the table just slightly above 270, above 50% of this wick. So my next partial is going to be as we trade above the all-time high. And then probably another partial above $4 if we get there. And I'm just gonna take money off the table as price goes up. I'll probably never sell it all. But that is my plan for that. AMP. You can see the upside potential with this. I still think it could pull back even more, which is why I have an alert set, so I can maybe add some more. But going back to the all-time high, good little risk reward there. So. I also took profit on Cardano. And I could maybe add to this if it does pull back, but it's also possible that this could just run without me, and I might miss out on that, but that's all right. Can't win them all, boys. But no, I'm of the opinion that, you know, if you believe in market cycles, when was our two bull runs ago? When was that? 2017, right? What was that? That was Trump's first year in office. And I'm not even saying it was because of Trump. It just happened to be that was the case. Trump's first year in office, crazy bull run. That was when like XRP and everything put in that all-time high. Legendary bull run, all that stuff. And then 4 years later, 2020 into 2021, the next bull run happens. Now here we are, 4 years later. 2024 going into 2025. The Bitcoin halving just took place this year, which it does every 4 years. So that's kind of the reasoning for the 4-year windows. And coincidentally enough, it's Trump's first year back in office, 2025. So I'm just, call it faith, call it whatever you want. But I'm of the opinion that prices will soar in 2025. Especially with a pro crypto administration. That will definitely make things a lot easier. You gotta remember, last time around, 2016 to even all the way through to 2020, that administration was anti-crypto. Trump hated Bitcoin when he first became president. He literally called it a scam. As did many people, right? But yeah, it's just hard to think that with a pro crypto administration that things wouldn't get better. So that's what I'm banking on. I've got decent exposure to crypto at this point. And that's that, boys. And that is that. So anyway, appreciate you guys showing up. Like the stream before you head out. I don't think I missed any questions. And then market cap wise, well, the market cap would just have to less than double for Bitcoin to go from 100K to obviously like 180K ish, 200K. But I by no means, guys, I'm by no means like a crypto. I'm not a self-proclaimed crypto expert. Not a crypto expert. Don't claim to be at all. That's why most of my cryptos that I hold are very like old dinosaur coins, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. Even AMP is kind of an older coin. Like this was listed on Coinbase in the last bull run. And then FET AI is the other one. So like these are kind of like my wild cards, if you will, where I've got some money in these, but most of my portfolio is in safer coins. Like I'm not sitting here trying to catch these like crazy 10,000x crazy super low cap coins necessarily. Like as my whole portfolio, you're gonna have a lot of people coming in this next year where it's like you got people trying to, you know, throw $100 here, $500 there, 1,000 here, a couple thousand there. Then you'll get some brainiacs that do have access to a lot of cash and that they'll buy a freaking dog coin or a whatever coin because their cousin said so or whatever. And like, yeah, so I'm not doing that. I would never recommend anybody do that. Like you got to be smart. You know, you can't just let the hype suck you in and make dumb decisions. Because even in these safer coins, it's still crypto at the end of the day. So be smart. Don't put money in that you You know, if you lost that money, your life would like be in shambles. Like, be smart. That's all I'll say about that. But none of this is financial advice. I'm just a spectator as much as everyone else, and I enjoy watching the price of things that I own go up. You know, considering I couldn't buy real estate in 2008 when I was in 3rd grade, pissing around on the playground. All right, guys. Enjoy your Thursday. I will see you guys tomorrow for NFP Friday. Peace and love, everybody. Appreciate you guys showing up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The Nasdaq charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.